Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Spoop News. I am your host, Don, and today we are talking about news about a remake of The Blob. But before we get into that, I would like to ask you to please think about liking, commenting, subscribing to our channel, help us to build this community. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So, David Bruckner, who wrote Hellraiser uh, and The Night House, is connected to write and direct The Blob, Reimagining, and Warner Brothers Discovery. It's going to also be attached with David Goyer and Keith Levine, Phantom 4 to produce with Judith Harris serving as executive producer. So this is the third time this movie will be made. The original movie was released in 1958, starring Steve McQueen, and then it was remade in 1972, which I think was actually a sequel, and then another remake was made in 1988. So we're taking another shot at it. For those of you who aren't familiar with The Blob, it is the story of an amorphous alien life form that descends upon rural Pennsylvania and begins consuming anyone it comes into contact with. It is an expanding mass gelatinous material, grows as it eats, and is strong enough to pull human victims into itself from all directions. It's a pretty well-known B horror film. It's got a pretty good cult following, so it'll be interesting to see how Bruckner does with his remake of The Blob. Personally, I was a big fan of his remake of Hellraiser. I thoroughly enjoyed it. He also has some other chops. He directed The Night House, starring Rebecca Hall. He also did The Ritual and Amateur Night. The Ritual is a fairly good horror film that I thoroughly enjoyed. And then he was also attached to VHS, but I won't hold that against him. So, what do you guys think? Are you excited? Do you think this is going to be good? Are you going to see it, or do you not care because it's a remake of a movie that came out in 1958? Let us know in the comments. Okay, thanks. Bye.